When the storm passed, silence filled the farm. But for Quack Quack, silence was never just silence. It was a sign that someone might need help. He waddled through the damp grass, his keen eyes scanning every corner of the now peaceful meadow. The world was washing itself clean, but Quack Quack knew that storms often leave behind more than just puddles. He listened closely, tilting his head, his heart open to the quietest of calls. It was in these moments, after the chaos, that the truest needs were often revealed, and he was always ready to answer. Then he heard it, a tiny, almost imperceptible cry from beneath a large, rain-soaked leaf. A little bird, soaked to the bone and trembling, not from the cold, but from fear. Its feathers were matted, one wing bent at an unnatural angle. It looked up with wide, desperate eyes, a fragile creature lost and alone in a world that suddenly felt vast and unforgiving. The storm had taken its home, its safety, and nearly its hope. It was a picture of pure vulnerability, a tiny life hanging in the balance. Most would have walked right on by, perhaps feeling a brief pang of sympathy before continuing on their way. The world is full of small sorrows, too many to count, too many to fix. He saw not just a broken bird, but a spirit in need of mending. For him, every life mattered, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. This was his purpose, his unwavering creed, to be the one who stays when everyone else leaves. He didn't have much to offer, no grand solutions, no magical cures. Just the simple, profound warmth of his feathered body, a gentle nuzzle of reassurance, and the quiet, unshakable belief that kindness has the power to heal. He carefully sheltered the little bird, creating a small haven of safety against the lingering chill. He knew that sometimes the greatest medicine isn't a remedy, but the simple presence of a friend who cares, a silent promise that you are not alone in your struggle, that he could give in abundance. The little bird's wing was broken, a stark, painful reality. To many, it would have seemed like an end to its flying days, a permanent grounding. He looked at the injured wing not as a final verdict, but as a temporary setback, a challenge to be overcome. He whispered to the tiny creature, his voice a soft, comforting rumble, "You're not alone. I'll stay with you until you can fly again." It was a promise that anchored the little bird's fluttering heart. Days turned into a routine of gentle care and quiet encouragement. The first attempt to fly was a clumsy, painful failure. The little bird tumbled to the ground, its spirit sinking. But Quack Quack was right there. "The first try never works," he said softly. "But that's how every great flight begins." He knew that the path to healing wasn't a straight line. "It's okay to fall," he would quack reassuringly after each stumble. "It just means you're still trying." His patience was a steady, unwavering light in the little bird's moments of doubt. Each sunrise brought a sliver of new hope, and every sunset a measure of new strength. The wing began to heal, slowly but surely. The little bird started to stretch it, testing its limits, feeling the memory of flight tingling in its muscles. He wasn't flying yet, but in his heart he already was. He would watch the other birds soaring in the sky, not with envy, but with a growing sense of anticipation. His spirit was mending right alongside his body, fueled by Quack Quack's steadfast friendship. And then, one bright morning, it happened. The little bird hopped to the edge of the fence post, took a deep breath, and leaped. There was no hesitation, no fear. He flew higher and stronger than ever before. He dipped and soared, a joyful dance against the canvas of the blue sky. The world opened up beneath him, a beautiful tapestry he was once again a part of. Freedom was the wind beneath his wings, a glorious, exhilarating feeling he thought he had lost forever. Sometimes the purest joy is silent. It was just the sound of wings that once couldn't move, now beating a powerful, steady rhythm against the air. Quack Quack watched from below, his heart swelling with a quiet, profound happiness. The little bird circled once, then twice, before swooping down to land gently beside his friend. He didn't need words. A single gentle touch of his head against Quack Quack's feathers said it all. Thank you. It was a moment of pure, unspoken gratitude, a bond forged in shared struggle, an ultimate triumph. Quack Quack watched until the little bird was just a tiny speck disappearing over the horizon. And he smiled, because he understood that true love means letting go. It means wanting the best for someone, even if that means they have to leave. His job was done. In a world that so often rushes by, caught up in its own hurry and importance, Quack Quack chose to stop to care. And in doing so, he made all the difference, not just for the little bird, but for the balance of the world. Because when you help someone else find their wings, you also find your own. Join Quack Quack daily, where kindness always finds a way. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this story with someone who might need a little hope today. Thanks for watching.